the speaker on the back.
Yeah.
And everything. Exactly purple, exactly. Got the white walls. Got the gold spokes. Exactly like that. I mean, I didn't mind paying. He only charged me a G for it. Didn't mind.
And tell the people what's up, bro.
What up, y'all? How's it going? As you can see, pushing a little lowrider culture on here on the East Coast in New York, Manhattan. I mean, I know a few fellas having the lowrider bikes and lowrider cars and the culture in generally they're pushing, but somewhere in the areas which is Queens, uptown the Bronx, Yonkers. I heard about them, never meet them though, I just heard about them. But here in the Manhattan, I actually only seen myself ever to having such a build a bike as mostly you can commonly see in the West Coast in LA. I know that, I heard about it a lot. A lot of people asking me, yo, why you from LA? I am from LA too, what's up? But honestly, I never been there, never ever in my life. I'm here in New York, 6 years from actually all the way far from Russia. So, and over there, you already know there is no West Coast lowrider, Cholo, Chicano culture at all. But being here for the 6 years, I started learning something. I really fuck with that. I enjoy it, especially the riding this bike. That's all fun, basically, I do. I'm not a person who goes to the restaurants, to the bars, and all that stuff. All I need is just a little 3 hours of the day riding my baby lowrider. That's all. That's all fun for me, and I enjoy it. I'm cool with that. And yeah, basically, I built this bike by myself. Shout out to the Edgar from the Frank's Bike Shop who helped me to all assemble it together because he's professional, and I let him to do it because he definitely knows what he's doing. But all the parts I did myself. This is a beautiful purple paint job I did myself. First time, my first ever paint job in general. That was this frame, and I think it became very nice. I don't know. I'm telling that myself all the time. It became very nice. Yeah, so yeah, we're riding New York City. Short summer that we have over here, we gotta enjoy it a little different time than just sitting like that all the way on the heat and the warm, having beer and alcohol. I don't fuck with all that shit. We need to ride, we need to enjoy outdoor space. So, well, basically everybody's outdoor now, so. Anyway, so yeah, we're riding, we're cruising. Manhattan, catch me almost every day. When it's not rainy, catch me outside. West Side, bike path, or any avenues in Manhattan and stuff. Basically, this is the whole explaining of how this type of bike works. It's not like the regular bikes or new bikes. This is old school single speed bike, and that's it. So sometimes to go into up to the hills and stuff, it's kind of complicated. You can tell in Manhattan a lot. So for me, all the bridges is basically closed. I cannot go to the Queens, cannot go to the Brooklyn, even if I wanted to. I'm not really sure how they will look at this and how they will react of this whole West Coast culture in Brooklyn. So I'm kind of I want to respect the Brooklyn natives, and I don't want to be like acting like, oh look, I'm here, I'm from the West Coast and I'm Brooklyn banging. No, I'm not like that. I respect their own turf, I respect their own streets. They have the huge history of the streets, so I'm just not going to the areas where people can be offended by this or be kind of complicated by this, because it's all just love and respect. It's not that I'm saying I'm fair or something, but I just love and respect them. So basically, Manhattan is the turf where I'm at, downtown to be exact. Sometimes going to up let's say around 100 streets, because that's the most I can do with this bike. Guys, believe me, single speed, it's really heavy to ride. This is whole metal frame, metal parts, which is pretty heavy. Plus there's two big ass speakers over here that gets an extra weight. So I'm trying not to go too far. I gotta make sure I have a real energy to come back all the way to downtown after all. So yeah, basically that's all we do. The short summer, as I say, the short summer in New York that we have, we try and enjoy to the fullest. So I'm trying show to people, show to the West Coast some love, and show to the people in New York what the West Coast culture is about, especially low riding culture, especially being so far away from Russia, but there's no idea about it. But I get it pretty fast, and I'm into it. Nobody invited me. I into it by myself. You know, if you're not respected, if you don't feel in it, you gotta deal with that by yourself. But I'm gonna keep lowriding. I'm gonna push the culture till it ends. So, especially soon, about in November, all biking season is gonna be over. So, we gotta enjoy it until we have some time. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for
now I want to
listening
ask
my
you,
history and stuff. Sure.
You're originally from Russia. Who turned you on to this whole lowriding culture in America?
First of all, gotta be honest, of course, as everybody who's not from America, we learning stuff from music videos, from the songs. Sometime we might gonna look at some documentary which is more real than music videos, of course, but mostly, yeah, the entertainment industry showed me all this stuff. I'm in love a lot with the lowrider actually cars and knowing everything about those Impalas and Regals and stuff. But to be honest, those cars are super expensive. I learned about it, I read it about it, I will get knowledge about it. Those cars are really, really expensive, expensive than any average, those Toyotas, Hondas and all that shit. Those Bill Rollators cars, but there's a piece of art. And to me, basically, I would love to enjoy those cars like my daily car, which is, I think is not possible because from what I understand, people get those bikes, making polish it all shiny and clean, going to the Wheeler Boulevard or Crenshaw Boulevard, having some lowrider days and stuff, then push them back in the garage, and that's it. Those cars being covered all the time, right? So, could I do that? Honestly, I would say probably not. I couldn't be like that. I can't keep such a beautiful stuff like this, like those cars, just in the garage. It's gonna break my heart. So I'm gonna ride it all the time. And here in Manhattan, actually in Manhattan, to having a car, this is some whole different story. This is some pain in the ass, I gotta be honest with you. All those traffic and shit, it's not fun at all. But having a bicycle, oh, that's everything. You in Manhattan, you in the middle of the New York, you better have a bicycle. Fuck all these cars, man. We taking over this fucking roads on the bicycles, I'm telling you. So, yeah, well, about what you're asking, yeah, first of all, it was like music videos and stuff, but then when actually I came to New York and I was starting like seeing stuff not on the screen anymore, I was seeing on my own some stuff and having some articles, learning more. I'll tell again, never been on the West Coast. So, learning all the stuff and reading some articles and stuff. There is some days those guys from the Queens coming and they have like 6-7 lowrider cars. They come into Manhattan, basically in the Times Square, showing up, showing people for the pictures and stuff, and going back home to the Queens. And one day again is a Mexican parade, which is this year I think canceled, which is very, very, very sad. I would love to be part of the Mexican parade on my bike, but I don't know. Seems like it's not going to happen because of this. All those parades and shows are canceled through the whole September, unfortunately. But that's what I started seeing in a real life, the lowrider cars and the culture, and I really love it. But again, there is nothing like West Coast, nothing like that. You can tell, you can feel it of the vibes, you can feel it, the atmosphere of the whole New York City. There is no lowrider West Coast culture and anything like that. So, but it is what it is. You'll be at the last or first, if you want to, of Mohicans who try and push in this lowrider. Even the people don't like it, I can tell they don't like what they see, they don't like what they listen, they don't like what I'm bumping from these speakers and stuff. But fuck all that. Who gonna ask them? This is my streets, this is my roads. I'm gonna ride this like till I want it to, till my fucking wheels fell off. So they're gonna just sit there, swallow all those negativity with their burgers and beers. So fuck them all. So yeah, basically I learned myself, bro. The culture, I learned myself. All this image is straight from the West Coast. Not much people love it, but most of them, they do. Some people shouting, this is like a wrong coast you are, homie. Okay, I get it. This is New York, but it's all good, man. It's all positivity only. There is no negativity. There is no, I'm trying to prove nothing to nobody. I'm just trying to make sure the lowrider culture is alive in its old basic and authentic way. There's no news, no improvements, no nothing. Just straight authentic lowrider life. We're trying to push on as we can, man.
Yes. Do you have any plans on going to California or any of the more prominent areas where lowriding is aggressive?
I would love to go and just to see in my own. Definitely, sometimes I'm thinking about how it would be amazing to be on a Whittier Boulevard on the East LA and see those the cruising, Sunday cruising, I think they call it, right? Sunday cruising, and I would love to see all that in my own, because I don't see this over here. I don't see even no Cholos and Chicanos around. I don't see nobody all that. So I would really love to see them at least once in my life. I definitely gotta go and see it at least once, if not for the many times, but once, 100% I will go and visit them. As soon as I get some chance and when the stuff goes right, I'll definitely would love to visit the Cali, especially if I never been there. I'm pretty sure I would love that. Cali, I know Arizona is hard, Texas is hard about low riding, up north in California as well, so I'll definitely would love to see it and visit, but we will see how it goes, man.
Definitely, man. Well, I appreciate you for sharing your time and your knowledge on Debo the Don TV. And we're going to continue to low ride till the wheels fall off.
Thank you for catching me, homie.
Yes, sir.